Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show.
Hello everybody, this is Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show. I'm so excited because we got an amazing thing that's about to happen in a couple days. I'm not going to say it yet, but you'll see it in these videos, so keep watching. A couple of things I want to mention, and I want to get to today's video. If you are on my newsletter, and you're getting my current newsletter, I just sent one out actually today. If you're getting my current newsletter and you want to keep getting them, you have to go and go to my website, paulneeson.com, and go on the subscribe newsletter, because the old list is going away. I have a new list, I have a new website, and new things are happening. Now, today's message is a very exciting message. Today's message is about vitamins, supplements, and getting your blood work checked. Now, everyone out there knows I'm always telling people to get their blood work checked at least once a year to find out what's going on, to make sure your diet's working, whether you're a vegan, whether you're eating meat, whatever diet you decide is best for you. The real way to tell is by monitoring your blood work. That's how you know if it's truly working. Yes, we have to monitor our sleep, we have to look at our digestion, we have to look at our physical body. These are other ways, but how we feel is not the ideal way to tell. Monitoring our blood work can tell us exactly what's going on within the body, because the blood is the messenger of the body. So we need to get the blood test. Now, people always ask me, well, what kind of blood test should we be getting? And I always tell people, I say, you want to make sure you're getting a wide variety of different blood tests, not just one basic blood test. You know, when I first did this years ago, I found out that the raw vegan diet wasn't as good as it appeared to be for me and most people I sent to get some blood tests. But I know people that make the mistake of getting a basic chemistry blood profile test and it says everything is good. Well, that test doesn't reveal everything, so everything's not good. What you took was good. You want to get as much as possible, and my friend Dr. Shandell on caprofile.net, that's www.caprofile.net, has a wonderful thing called the Longevity Blood Profile Test, and it has an extensive list of the most important blood tests that he says we should all be taking, and he has a lot of knowledge and experience in this field. So this covers it all, I believe. And then we can see if there's anything beyond these tests that we need. But these tests can tell us 10 years prior to us getting cancer or some other disease if we're at a high risk for those, based on our tumor markers and other things as well. Now, it's not that cheap, but it's definitely worth it. So I highly recommend people go and check it out and take this message seriously, so we can take care of the issue before it becomes an issue. Now, I tell everyone out there with all sincerity and honesty, I do not get any money, I do not get anything for supporting Dr. Shandell or his work. As a matter of fact, if you don't believe that, go and look at his tests and get them done by somebody else. But I believe the tests that Dr. Shandell's created are vital for us to maintain our health long term, just to monitor where we're going, and that's why I highly recommend people go and check it out. So that's caprofile.net. And the reason why I say this is because I've been taking blood tests for a while, and I had a very good friend who's been a raw foodist for quite a long time tell me he just took a blood test and his blood work was perfect. And I said, really, that's interesting, because I don't know anyone else who's a raw vegan for a long time who's done an extensive amount of blood work and their blood work came out perfect. So I was so interested because I want to get this information out to everyone, and I said, what kind of test did you take? And he showed me the test that he took, and it was just a limited amount of tests. And you're not getting the full answer. It's like what I tell people with the doctor, and this will make sense to most of you. When you go to get a breast examination, they check one breast. They're not checking the whole thing. Or if you have colon cancer or something, or you're getting your colon checked or something, what they do is they give you a test where they put a tube up your butt, and they go in and they check to see what's going on and see how everything's going. I've had this test done way too many times because I had ulcerative colitis. But then I realized they're not going in all the way. They're not checking the whole area. They're just checking part of the area. So how can they have the full answer? Only when you would check everything will you have the full answer. And I say the same thing with the blood work. Now, I think starting off with a basic chemistry blood profile test that many doctors will give the basic is a great way to start. I'm not trying to talk people about that. But it's a start. It's a beginning. It doesn't do everything. and I really want you to be healthy out there. I don't want you to waste money on supplements and other products that you don't have to. Just because other people are taking things doesn't mean you have to. And if you are taking something, I want you to know what the right amount you should be taking is, the right amount. So to do that, I think we all need to go get an extensive amount of blood tests, and going by caprofile.com will tell us what those blood tests should be. So I don't want anyone to neglect getting the basic blood test that a doctor will give you. But people always ask when they say, you know, what kind of blood test they should get, and I say, get whatever blood test that your insurance covers immediately, and don't, you know, do that right away. Get as many as possible. The more information you have, the better it is. I don't want anyone to neglect their health. I don't want you to waste a lot of money on supplements that you don't have to get, that you really don't need. I don't want you to take too much or too little of something that you are taking. I want you to make sure you're doing things as diligently as possible. So to do that, what you need to do is you need to make sure you're getting as wide a range, as a variety of tests at least once a year, and then you'll be fine from there. Alright everybody, so I hope you take that message seriously, and again, I am not selling you magic potions, I'm not selling you magic kits with all these other different magic things and all these other answers. I'm telling you to look at the chemistry of the body, and based on that, to develop the program that works best for you. I got into this because I had a disease, and I don't want to see anyone else with a sickness, with an illness, and if you have one, I want to see you get better.
The blood test that we're doing and the longevity profile in particular are probably the best composed blood tests there are. These tests can warn of a developing coronary heart disease, of cancer, of various hormone deficiencies. It will test for the various organs, heart, liver, lung, kidneys, bones. Generally, this gives a very in-depth insight into a person's biochemical existence. By finding out what may be deficient, wrong, low or high, elevated, a doctor, an individual can change, will have the knowledge and will be able to change the environment to correct the situation. Usually, in a few months, things can be brought to normal. So knowing that something may be going wrong actually has tremendous value. It can save an individual's life. And this is not to be taken lightly, because I see this every day. The only way I can really keep track of my physical health, not that I'm feeling well, not that I practice martial arts, not that I bicycle just about every other morning, early in the morning, not that I lift weights, not that I swim competitively. Still, some things may be inside that I will not know until I become sick, and I don't want to wait for that moment. And this is why I am personally doing the longevity profile twice every year, every 6 months.
I'd love to hear your comments. You can post them below this video through my blog on paulneeson.com, or you could also go to YouTube and post them under there. I'm also on Facebook. By the way, if you're out there on Facebook, find me on Facebook and be my friend. I like friends. And everyone, this is Paul Neeson saying, have a great day and a great raw life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.